In the stillness of the night, when the noise of the world falls silent, and even the heart begins to listen, there are moments when heaven seems to breathe. Some verses of the Quran do not merely speak, they descend. They do not just enter your ears, they awaken your soul. Among these divine words, one verse shines brighter than 1,000 suns. Salamun kolan min Rabbin Rahim. Peace, a word from the merciful Lord. This is not just an ayah from Surah Yasin. It is a celestial whisper. It is the voice of your Creator, calling every restless heart toward stillness. It is not ink on paper. It is a current of mercy that flows directly from the throne to your spirit. When you recite it, you are not merely remembering God. God is remembering you. The saints used to say, every creation has a heart, and the heart of the Quran is Yasin. And within that heart beats this verse, the pulse of peace. When Allah says, Salam, darkness cannot remain. When a Rahim calls you with love, the burdens you carried for years begin to dissolve without struggle. Think of this verse as light wrapped in sound. Each syllable carries healing. Each word carries remembrance. When you whisper it at dawn, when the first light touches the sky, the air around you begins to shimmer with unseen energy. You breathe it in and something changes. The heaviness in your chest softens, your thoughts slow down. You feel seen, Amno. You feel safe. The power of this verse lies in its simplicity. Salamun qawlan min Rabb Rahim. Only a few words, and yet within them, oceans of meaning. It is as if Allah Himself leans close to a weary soul and says, You have struggled enough. Be at peace. Those who have truly practiced this verse know that it does not belong to language. It belongs to the unseen. Its sound carries a frequency that the heart understands before the mind does. It is a medicine written by no hand, yet it heals every wound that faith allows. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine it. The world is quiet. The moonlight rests on your skin. You take a breath and softly whisper, Salam qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. A warmth rises in your chest. A calm flows through your veins. That is not imagination. That is remembrance. Because when Allah says peace, the entire creation listens. Before science could define energy or frequency, the mystics of Islam already knew. Every letter of the Quran carries a rhythm, and every rhythm carries light. They vibrate with the power of the unseen. And among those sacred frequencies, one verse has been known for centuries to realign the heart, to calm the soul, and to heal what medicine cannot reach. That verse is, Salamun qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. When this verse is recited, it's not just sound that leaves your lips. It is divine command in motion. The tongue moves, but the light descends. The breath carries it through the body like a river of mercy. Even science now knows that words change matter. But believers have always known that Allah's words change destinies. The elders said, if you make this verse your daily companion, it will begin to rewrite your reality. Those who recite it 129 times, each day find peace flowing in every corner of their life. Those who whisper it 313 times, after every prayer find that doors once closed begin to open effortlessly. And those who recite it 12,900 times, 12,900, over 40 days, for marriage, for purpose, for divine connection, they witness miracles unfold like dawn after a long night. But remember, these are not mere numbers. They are patterns of devotion. What gives them life is not the repetition, but al-iman, faith. Without faith, words are wind. With faith, they become wings. There was a woman once whose son lay sick beyond medical hope. Every dawn, before sunrise, she recited this verse, Thalathmiat Murrah, 300 times, and blew softly upon water. She made her child drink it, whispering only, Ya Rab enta Shafi. O Lord, you are the healer. By the seventh dawn, the fever was gone, as if peace itself had touched the child. Another man, oppressed by unseen forces and broken by failure, turned to this same verse. After Salat al-Jumu'ah, he performed what his teacher called the Friday healing. He recited Darud Ibrahimi, 13 times, then Salamun qawlan min Rabbin Rahim, 300 times, and then again Darud Ibrahimi 13 times. He breathed upon water, drank a portion, and shared the rest with his home. Within a week, his fear had lifted like fog under sunlight. His business revived, his sleep returned, his eyes began to shine again. These are not coincidences. These are responses, because the universe itself recognizes the sound of the Creator's word. When a believer recites with humility, the heavens reply in harmony. Every repetition of this verse is like striking the same blessed note, and each echo builds a bridge between you and divine protection. When Salam qawlan min Rabbin Rahim is spoken with love, it becomes light that cannot be extinguished. It heals what is seen and what is hidden. It brings calm where there was chaos and mercy where there was fear. Even the winds of destiny pause to listen when this verse is spoken with sincerity. So if your heart trembles, if your body aches, if you feel lost, sit in silence, close your eyes, and breathe these words slowly like medicine made of light. Salam Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. Let it wash through your soul as gentle as rain upon the desert. For in this one verse lies an entire ocean of healing, and all it asks from you is faith. To understand the secret of this verse, one must go beyond the surface of sound, into the soul of meaning. The Quran is not paper and ink, it is divine breath captured in letters. Every ayah is alive. Every letter remembers the moment it was first spoken by the Creator. When you recite, you are not creating vibration. You are reawakening an ancient one. You are joining a conversation that began before the world existed. When Allah said be, kun, existence began. When He says peace, Salamun Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim, chaos ends. That is why this verse heals. It carries the same creative command that birthed the universe. Every time you recite it, you are pulling from that same infinite source. Faith, in its essence, is a kind of alchemy, a transformation from doubt to certainty. And this verse is its catalyst. When you repeat Salam Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim with conviction, your heart begins to synchronize with divine order. Your breathing slows, your body relaxes, and even your mind, that restless wanderer, kneels in silence. The rhythm of the verse becomes your pulse. It's as if the heart itself begins to whisper back, I remember this peace. I was created from it. Those who practiced this verse deeply often spoke of strange, beautiful signs. A soft fragrance appearing in the room, not of rose or musk, but of stillness itself. Tears flowing without sorrow. The body tingling with calm as though angels had brushed past. They said that during such moments, the verse no longer comes from you. It comes through you. You become a vessel for Rahmallah, the mercy of Allah, and that mercy flows outward into your surroundings. Faith transforms the verse from sound into presence. Without faith, the words are heard. With faith, the words are felt. One of the great Sufis once said, when a believer recites with pure heart, the Quran replies. That reply is not in language. It is in the form of serenity that descends upon you. You may not hear an answer, but you will become one. The alchemy of this verse does not only heal sickness or sorrow, it rewrites perception. You begin to see with eyes of gratitude. You begin to walk slower, speak softer, love deeper. What once angered you loses power. What once frightened you feels small. Because you have touched the rhythm of peace itself, and nothing outside can disturb what inside has been healed. The Quran says, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we send down from the Quran that which is healing and mercy for those who believe. Notice the condition. For those who believe. That is the secret key. The same verse can pass through the tongue of a skeptic and the heart of a believer, and yet only one will feel the healing. Because it is not the sound that heals, it is the surrender. When the believer bows his heart and says, Salamun Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim, he is not commanding peace, he is accepting it. That acceptance is the alchemy. It changes iron into gold, sadness into serenity, and fear into faith. The mystics often describe it as a door. Behind the door is endless calm. The verse is the key, but the lock opens only to those who trust. So trust, even if you tremble, sight, even if your voice shakes. Because the moment you utter these words sincerely, heaven listens, and something within you begins to glow again. It is said that every seeker has one night in life when the heavens open quietly without thunder or sign. Only peace descends. The saints called it Laylat al-Sukun, the night of stillness. Perhaps tonight is yours. The world outside is asleep. The city lights flicker in silence. You sit alone, the Quran open before you, a candle trembling beside it. The flame moves like a heartbeat. Your lips whisper the words that have carried generations through darkness. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim salam. Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. You say it again, slower this time. The sound feels different now, not as something you recite, but something that recognizes you. Your breath becomes calm, your eyes soften. It feels as if the air around you has changed shape, as if unseen beings are listening. With every repetition, the room grows lighter, though no candle was added. The verse begins to flow through you like light through water. You are not speaking to God anymore, you are speaking with Him. Each salam feels like a wave touching the deepest corners of your soul. Time disappears. The body feels weightless. You are suspended between earth and sky, surrounded by the sound of mercy itself. You remember every sorrow you carried, every tear that never dried. And yet now, none of it hurts. Because this verse has wrapped your pain in the silk of divine peace. It does not erase the wounds. It turns them into doors of awakening. The mystic said, "When you recite this verse with love, even the stones remember. The floor beneath you hums softly with your breath. The air tastes like prayer. Somewhere in the unseen, angels are repeating after you, Islam min Rabbin Rahim." And at that moment you realize, peace is not something that comes from outside. It was within you all along, waiting to be called by its true name. When dawn approaches, you close the Quran gently. Your eyes are heavy, but your soul is wide awake. You have not witnessed a miracle. You have become one. The heart that trembled yesterday now rests like a calm ocean under the first light of Fajr. You whisper once more, almost as a farewell, Salamun Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim, and let it echo in the silence. Because this is not just a verse, it is a covenant. It is Allah's promise that no matter how far you wander, peace will always find its way back to you. So, wherever you are, in New York or Cairo, in Karachi or Los Angeles, if you are lost, broken, or afraid, lift your gaze toward the sky tonight and say softly, Salamun Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. Say it not with your tongue, but with your soul. Let it flow through every memory, every scar, every regret. And as you breathe, feel what countless believers have felt across centuries. That this verse is not just a promise of peace. It is peace. When the angels will one day welcome the faithful in the gardens of eternity, they will not say anything new. They will only repeat what you have been reciting all along. The same gentle words that healed you in this world. Salamun Qawlan min Rabbin Rahim. And in that endless dawn, you will finally understand what it meant. Not just peace from your Lord, but peace that becomes your very being.